Hey, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. I got two things that I want to talk about, and this is in general. I talked about this in first period, and one person like messaged me in the text, or in the chat screen. Sorry about emailing me this weekend. I am not talking to anybody in particular. I'm getting multiple emails, questions from families and students about these two things. So I just want to make sure today and tomorrow I'm just restating these expectations when it comes to these two things, just so that way everybody, it's clear with everybody and everybody knows what's going on. So the first thing is attendance. Everybody knows, right? We've talked a lot about attendance, and we're almost 3/4 of the way through the year, so I'm sure everybody probably knows this. But again, I'm getting multiple emails about this stuff, so I want to just make sure everybody's on the same page. Attendance. There are 3 ways to be marked present. The first way is to attend the live Zoom session like everybody is here. Even if you come late, you're still marked present. Okay, so that's the first way. You just have to do one of these 3 things. The second thing is access anything on our Canvas class. So if you go to Canvas and you click on the check-in for this week, bam, attendance is good for the day, right? If you go to attendance and click on the interactive textbook link, bam, you're good to go. So as long as you access something in our class, in our geometry class in Canvas, it'll mark you present. So that's the second way. The third way is to email me, contact me in some way. And again, this email doesn't have to explain, hey, I missed class today because, I was sick, and going into detail about that kind of stuff. You don't need to do anything like that. Basically, your email just needs to state, hey, Chapman, I missed class today. Just emailing you for attendance purposes. Thank you. That's it, right? You don't need to share any details with me. So that's the first thing I want to share about attendance. The second thing is it has to happen on the day of your class. So since you have class today for second period, at some point between 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. today, you have to do one of those 3 things. You can't do it yesterday. You can't email me on Sunday night at 11 o'clock and say, hey, I'm going to be gone tomorrow. It doesn't count, right? This is just according to the district. This is the district's expectations, not mine. So just to keep some continuity, this is the way it should be in all your classes, that one of those 3 things has to happen on the day of your class, okay? The reason why that just came up today, again, because I know I've said that, I've had emails, but this morning I had an email from a student that said, hey, I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks, just emailing you for attendance purposes, and you can't do that. You have to do one of those 3 things on your class day. Of course, if you're going to be gone for a week or 2 or whatever, maybe a family member, like a parent or guardian, can email or contact the office and excuse you for that time. I don't know, but just on my end, that's the expectations they've told me to follow. The second thing is late work, grading in particular. Everybody knows late work is accepted at this point, right? But grading only happens once a week. I shoot for Mondays. Sometimes Mondays get crazy. And that's part of the reason why I have my email coming directly to my phone, and I answer it, anytime I'm awake, Monday through Sunday, even on the weekends, because on Monday, I don't want to come in to 30 emails that I'm having to dig through and spend 2 hours on. So anyways, Monday is when I try to process all the grades. A couple times it's pushed back to Tuesday, but Tuesday at the latest. Okay. Sports are kicking back up, weather's getting nicer, people are getting out more, things like that. Whatever the reason is, I'm having more and more emails from families and from students asking me to put in late work, specifically late work grades. Hey, my son or daughter has a sports thing tonight, whatever, whatever's happening, whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter what the reason is. But that's only happening on Mondays. Right? If you choose not to do your work on time, and yesterday's work that was due at 11:59 p.m., if you chose not to turn that in on time, then it's going to be marked 0 and missing for the week until you do it. Right? Let's say you go back on Wednesday and you complete that missing work. It's not going to be put into Skyward until the next Monday. It doesn't matter what the reason is, right? Hey, I'm grounded unless I get this assignment in. Hey, I can't play in tonight's game. It doesn't matter. Get your work done on time, right? That's the theme. Make sure it's getting done on time. If you want it in Skyward, right? If it's not that big a deal to you, then just do it when you do it, and I'll put it in every Monday. All right. those are the two things. Feel free to unmute yourself as I'm starting to share and ask any questions about that, or you can hang back with me and ask any questions if you have anything. All right, so I'm assuming there's no questions. But again, if you do have a question, just hang back with me and let's talk after class. So for this week, we are wrapping up lesson 5. So 5.5 inequalities and 2 triangles. Just like I emphasized last Wednesday, 5.5 is like, you know, the brother to 5.4. It's like they're siblings, right? They're so close to one another. You might not even think you're in a new lesson. So the ideas that were presented in 5.4, it's going to basically continue in 5.5 for the most part. Of course, all the same stuff is here. Textbook, all the information about your textbook, the practice problems I need you to be doing each week, right? Practice problems are here. Make sure you're doing these before doing vocab concepts and check-ins. Don't forget the solutions manual is right here. So while you're doing the practice problem, open up the solutions manual. That way you can walk yourself through any problems you're struggling with. Or if you get stuck in the middle of a problem, you can follow that solutions manual and see how to get out of it. Extra practice, this will come in handy next week when we test. So there's just some recommendations if you want to practice the concepts a little bit more. Vocab concepts and check-in, both of these are due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. on March 21st. And then of course, my video tutorial is just me walking you through the lesson. It's just like if you wanted to come to class, if you are dying to come back to class and watch a lesson and have me go through example problems, there you go, right? Open up that video tutorial and watch it. I've had a couple people say, well, sometimes the video tutorials are long, not necessarily in geometry, but in Algebra 2, they can get a little bit lengthy just because it's Algebra 2. Pause it, right? I'm not going to break this up into different sections. Just pause the video. If you need a break, walk away for 10, 15 minutes, take a break, come back, unpause it, right? Feel free to do that. That's the cool thing about having a video. It's not like you have to sit here and listen to me just ramble on and on for 45 minutes in class, right? You can pause it, rewind it, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. All right, and then you can see next week is our test. We'll talk about that on Wednesday. I don't have anybody that's late, so I'm going to pause for questions. Bailey, hang back for a minute when I get everybody out of here, and we'll talk about that. All right, if you're good to go, spend the next 40 minutes on math. Email me if you have any questions. If you do want to talk, just hang back with me and we'll talk. Have an awesome day. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, Jacoby. Bye, Nevaeh.